What's going on, people? Moto Steve, coming to you live from Amherstburg, Ontario. That's right, another ride out in Amherstburg, just cruising on the Buell CR 1125, better known as Kelly the Red-Headed Stepchild. That's right, my Buell's got a name. Did you name your bike? I hope you did, because if you didn't, they're sad. Anyways, just out for another rip on the Buell and thought, throw on that camera and just start talking. Well, there's the BOLO Island. That used to be a place where you could go across the BOLO Island, and BOLO Island was an amusement park back in the 80s. And it had all sorts of rides and everything. It was like Cedar Point or Canada's Wonderland, and it was on an island. How cool is that? And they were there for years. I don't even know how long they were before they closed down. But yeah, I actually had some friends in Michigan when I was a teenage kid, and they actually took me to BOLO, which was super cool because that was a great experience with me and that family. I used to go there every summer. I'd take the train down from Toronto to Windsor, where I live now, but I never thought I'd live here in a million years. But anyways, yeah, I would take a train from Toronto down to Windsor. They would pick me up in Windsor. I would cross the border with them, and I would spend 3 weeks with them and then take the train back to Toronto. Sometimes my buddy Rick would come back and spend a couple weeks with me. It was super cool. I love the American atmosphere. The American life was so different from the Toronto life back then in the 80s, because I got to actually have a 4th of July over in the United States. And if you grew up in the 80s and had a 4th of July in the United States, man, it was a trip. The whole street would get done up with red, white, and blue. People barbecuing, fireworks going off. It didn't matter, what kid was on the street. It was just so cool. It was like out of a movie for me. And me being from Toronto, Canada, and I'm being over in the States, and I'm like, wow, this is trippy. We don't do this in Canada. Everyone's to themselves, your family is your main priority. You hung out with your cousins and stuff, but man, it was just a party over there. Everyone partying. That's all I can say. It was just a big party over there, and man, was that super cool to experience. And I thought, wow, man. And to this day, I still have great memories of that. And hopefully one day, my buddy lives in California, and he does come back to visit Michigan. And I'm hoping that one time we do get to meet up, because I haven't seen that guy in about 30 years, and I'd love even just to sit down in a bar and have a couple beers with him and just catch up on life. Because, I mean, that family was a big part of my life growing up, and I don't think they realized how much of an impact they were on me. And that was, super, super cool. So, but yeah, that was just a little tidbit information, and I thought, I'm going to share it with you guys. But yeah, I'm just out for another rip on the bike, and thought I'd throw on the camera. I hope they're not too boring for you, but hey, you know what? It's all good. If not, I get it. I mean, just like, once again, I'm just trying to do a documentary of my life and on the bike and everything, so, and just enjoying riding and talking to you guys. Super cool. This is such a great ride out here. I come up and I take a, oh Jesus. I go up and I take a right in a couple minutes, and I get on this road, and man, it's just, there's traffic on it, but not a lot of traffic, and I go forever! And yeah, it's such a great ride just to clear your mind, and just get on the bike and go for a rip. Go for a rip, boys and girls. That's what Moto Steve's doing. But yeah, I just sometimes you just gotta go on the bike and forget about everything. And I do. Once I get on the bike, man, I forget about everything. I just go out and do my ride. Half the time I'm trying to figure out videos. Look at the crane, he's just sitting on that pole. He's just having a good old time. But yeah, just half the time I'm more thinking of what videos I can shoot when I'm out on the bike, and all the stuff that I have to worry about and everything. Life just goes away. It just goes away when you're on a bike. You should try it. If you have a friend that's got a bike, hop on the back. Forget about everything. Just go for a rip. Man, I miss actually growing up in Toronto when I first got my motorcycle. I knew a bunch of guys that rode, and on Saturdays was our big night to go out, because downtown Toronto on Yonge Street there was a pizza there, and they would get between 300 and 400 bikes hanging out, and we lived in the west end of Toronto, so we just hop on our bikes and whip downtown with our girlfriends and go park our bikes and just talk with other bikers, and it was like a bike night. It didn't even have to get set up. It was already there. It was super cool growing up at that time, because, you know, people didn't talk shit about their bikes and, oh, you don't got a beater bike, man. You don't got a 1000. No, if you rode, and that's all that mattered. You could have a 1979 400 Hawk, and a guy with a 750, you know, newer Gixxer would be like parked right beside you, talking about each other's bikes and stuff, and it's kind of cool back then. It's still cool now, but you know, it's kind of a little different. But yeah, anyways, guys and girls, thanks for coming and checking out Moto Steve. Hope you have a fantastic day. Once again, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment down below. You know what to do. Still trying to get to 500 subscribers. I'm 118 away. Man, would that be cool, hitting 500. I mean, 1,000 would just be trippy, but getting that 1K beside my name would be like the ultimate for Moto Steve. But just getting 500, get 500 people to subscribe to your channel. Man, that would be awesome. But anyways, thanks for coming out. I come to the time of the video where I say, you're you, I'm me. I love you guys. I'm Moto Steve, and I am out.